yes, fight for the people. And I laughed because how quickly people believe anything they see. We were standing near a poster and they thought I was a devil. But I thank you all. I'm not going to take much more time. I know it will be done. Just thank you for everything. Thank you for all of this. I didn't expect all of this. I saw this and I was like, is that Mr. Lamar? Mr. Lamar, you do that?
No, that's Rochelle Lucky.
Oh.
And Mr. Cathy.
Oh, I can't be. See, I don't want to start because I was even thinking about Miss Grazer and I here today. But so many people that helped me. They came and helped put a mirror up in my apartment, and just so many people have done so many things. And this man right here, he is always an inspiration because he's older, but he's always moving. We were supposed to do a half marathon. We still ain't done it. So let's see. But I love you all. I'll talk to more of you downstairs. I did bring a little something to give you all. That's who I am. So I'll see how many people I got. And then I might have to backtrack. But, thank you again. Thank you to all of y'all that came and helped. I didn't expect this, but thank you because it's better to do this when someone is living than to wait when they're dead. So, you have touched my heart, and I can run on for at least 10 more years off of what you did today. Thank you so much. Amen.
It has always been my ambition to preach the gospel where Christ is not known, so that I would not be building on someone else's foundation. Rather, as it is written, those who were not told about him will see, and those who have not heard will understand. This is why I have often been hindered from coming to you. Let's pray. Good and gracious God, Lord, we thank you for everything we've heard and done here today. We trust, God, that you will continue to stand by us. We trust, God, that somebody will hear this word and know deep down in their hearts that it's all right to give honor to whom honor is due. We thank you, God. Now let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. It's in Jesus' name that I pray this prayer. Everyone listening said amen. Amen. I, Tertius, who write this epistle, salute you in the Lord. Have you ever felt invisible, unappreciated, or unacknowledged? We all feel that way sometimes, especially when we do something extraordinary. Nobody seems to notice. You could say that Tertius did something extraordinary in this gospel reading. His was the pen that wrote down Paul's memorialized words to the Roman church. For this brief moment in recorded history, Tertius makes himself known to his unknown brothers in Rome. He is never mentioned before, nor will you see him after. These fleeting words of his become invisible like a shooting star that's soon swallowed up in darkness. From the sound of his name, Tertius was probably a Roman, but he was a stranger to the church at Rome. We could safely speculate that he became a Christian through the powerful witness of Paul. He obviously had not traveled yet in Christian circles. He was Paul's traveling companion, writing the epistle from the city of Corinth. So Tertius paused ever so briefly to give a shout out to the brethren he might never meet, but with whom he obviously felt a deep kinship. When we measure our own service to Jesus Christ against the work done by Tertius, we learn some very proud truths about our service to Christ. First, our service to Christ affirms our place in the body of Christ.
Yes, yes.
It doesn't matter what role we play in the spread of the gospel. We learned that Tertius, that was from him that we should just be glad to be in the number. There is a certain pride in his one-sentence declaration. He is happy to salute or greet the saints of God, and he is proud to express his appreciation of the fact that he is one of them. Are you proud to be a Christian? While our country is struggling through its most skeptical faith phase, are you still willing to boast about your faith in Christ Jesus?
Come on now.
Imagine what it was like to Tertius. The Romans were persecuting Christians. They were throwing them in the arena with lions just for the sport of it. They were rounding Christians up and chaining them in dark dungeons for being traitors to the Roman hierarchy. And still, at the risk of his own arrest, Tertius saluted his Christian brothers in Rome in writing. When was the last time you made a bold declaration of your faith? Are you glad just to be in the number? So glad that you would risk ridicule or persecution for standing up for Jesus. Your place in the body of Christ requires you to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Yes.
Church whipping out is not an option. If you really are one of the saints, you should be willing to say so. Young folk, I want you to get this, write it down, put it on Facebook, wherever you need to put it, but your God determines your tribe.
That's right. Say that again.
Your God determines your tribe.
Amen.
You'll get that at some point, but understand it's a true statement.
Yeah.
Second, church, and Lawrence wasn't able to be there, and they had just a little piano and a part of a drum. And Marcus got a marker and a pen. He went to it, one hand on the piano, and the other with that pen and pencil, and I was amazed at what you can do with a pen and one drum. Tertius had only one tool, and it was his pen. His penmanship was his way of contributing or contributing to the spread of the gospel. And what was an important role? It was so important, and that incident with Marcus was important to me. That was important. And what would I have done without it? Would the word have gone on? Yes. But would somebody accepted the word as it went on? Maybe, maybe not. What would Paul have done without him? Because there's been so many times I thought about what would I have done without you. Paul was blind, or they said nearly blind. Most theologians agree and that when the scales fell from Paul's blinded eyes, it was his spiritual vision that became 20/20, and not his physical vision. Otherwise, why would an educated man like Paul need someone like Tertius to write for him? But Paul needed a steady hand of a seeing man because he could not write a letter to the church at Rome on his own. He needed someone trustworthy who would write down exactly what Paul dictated.
All right.
There have been many times, even in this church, I didn't have anybody to lead the worship service. I didn't have anybody. Even when you didn't have but four, you played to the glory of God. Amen. Even when you had to be the one, because there was not a steward in the house, you opened up the prayer service. I question again, what would I have done?